Hi, it's Lisa from Transmission. This little video is in response to a lot of people messaging me over the last couple of days asking for my opinion on Caitlyn Jenner. Now, first of all, I think she looks amazing. I think the photos look amazing. I think that she looks stunning on the front cover of Vanity Fair and on the photos inside. I think she looks amazing. However, she looks amazing because she has spent a shitload of money having facial feminization surgery, having lots of cosmetic surgery. There will be face peels and nose jobs and eye lifts and Botox and fillers, you name it, that's gone on. Plus, she's been photographed by Annie Leibovitz. Annie Leibovitz is one of the world's top photographers. And she's had her hair and makeup done by a professional team of professional hair and makeup artists. Now, these people could take you or I and make us look gorgeous. And then she's been photoshopped. So by the time you get down to the end actual photo, yes, she looks good, but how much of that is actually Caitlyn Jenner? I think that her being on the front cover is a political statement. It's a very good thing for Vanity Fair because they are now ticking a massive transgender box. So the LGBTers will all now go and buy her cover issue. She doesn't represent trans women any more than Naomi Campbell represents women of colour, or J-Lo represents Hispanic women. She represents herself. And there's all sorts of issues that have come up about this because not all trans women will look like Caitlyn Jenner. Not all trans women want to look like Caitlyn Jenner. Trans women are from every aspect of the spectrum. There are girls who look absolutely stunning. There are girls who don't. In the same way, in the cisgendered world, there are girls who are stunning and there are girls who aren't. Within the trans male community, trans masculine community, there are trans masculine guys who look big and butch and beefy. There are trans masculine guys who look weedy and sort of, you know, as if they'd fall over if you sneezed in their direction. Across the spectrum, people are different. If you're thinking that we are all going to turn into Caitlyn Jenner, then you can all fuck off, because that isn't going to happen. The interesting thing is that people are now talking about transgender women, specifically, sorry guys, but they are talking about trans women and they are talking about transgender experiences. The exception being that if Aiden gets the front cover of Men's Fitness magazine, there's a whole world that is going to be opened up for the trans masculine guys. A massive amount of publicity is coming your way. And I hope it really does. I hope he gets, for lots of reasons. I mean, I think he's gorgeous for a start, and incredibly fit. So I hope he does get the front cover of Men's Fitness, because it will open doors. Now, the thing is, yes, this is all good publicity. Yes, this is looking like 2015 being the year of trans, but what comes after that? What comes next? Am I still able and confident to walk down the streets of Bradford, where I live, without fear? No. Do I do it? Yes. I walk down the streets. Yes, I am openly a trans woman. But I'm fucking terrified. I'm fucking terrified 95% of the time that I leave my house because I don't know whether I'm going to get punched. These teeth, gorgeous. Because I got punched in the face and lost 5 teeth. It hurts when somebody calls you tranny, when somebody calls you sir, when somebody is being an arsehole because of your gender identity. And that happens, and it happens, unfortunately, it still happens a lot. I'm lucky now, I have a good relationship with my family, but I know people who have been thrown out by their families, who have been thrown out by parents, who have been cut off from sisters and brothers, who have had their own children disown them because of their gender identity and because of their trans status. And that is heartbreaking. And yes, it's fantastic. Caitlyn Jenner on the front cover of Vanity Fair and Aiden on the front cover of Men's Fitness. Hurrah, 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 fantastic. But until people are accepted for who they are, until we stop throwing out children, until we stop not talking to Uncle Jim anymore because, you know, he wants to be Auntie Jane or whatever, until we start learning to love each other and accept who we are, then you can have all the magazine covers in the world, you can have all the reality TV shows in the world. It isn't going to make a difference to real people living their real lives. And that's the key thing. Now, for me, it's great We now have a shorthand. As a trans woman, I have a shorthand. So when somebody says to me, oh, I've heard you're transgender, I can now say yes. Or if somebody says to me at college, my standard opening, when you do that when you do the round robin of introductions at the beginning, I say, hi, my name's Lisa, I'm transgender, I'm doing this is the reason I'm doing this course. That's my standard opener, because I'm 6'2", I'm built like this, I don't have passing privilege. So right on the get-go, I like to be upfront from a political viewpoint and say, yes, I'm transgender. And but that's, to me, it's quite important. If Caitlyn Jenner being on the cover of Vanity Fair helps other people with that visibility, then it's a good thing. But it is down to us, it is down to each and every member of the transgender community to stand up and say, yes, I'm transgender, and you know what, I'm not ashamed of who I am, I'm not ashamed that I have a male past or a female past, or I'm not ashamed to be bigender, or I'm not ashamed to be gender fluid, I'm not ashamed to be agender. It's when you can stand up and say that, when you can stand up without fear, when I can walk down the streets of Bradford, when you can walk down the street and feel confident in who you are and not have to worry, that is when all of these magazine covers will be worth something. That is when I will celebrate. That is when I will raise the flag and light the candles and set off the fireworks and all the rest of it. Until that point, there is still so much work to do. It is still the case that 41% of trans people attempt suicide. It is still the case that trans kids are bullied mercilessly. It is still the case that trans adults have a history where not a lot of them are removed from jobs, or conveniently, just after that person transitions at work, they lose their job, or they're reshuffled, or they're moved aside, or things happen, their career stalls. That happens in so many cases. Until that stops, all the magazine covers in the world aren't going to do shit. And until that stops, we've still got work to do as a community. So yes, I celebrate the cover today, or a couple of days ago. It was a momentous moment. It was a fantastic moment in history. But it's only one moment in history. There is still so much more work to do. So if you are trans, if you are out there and you are living your life, then congratulations, because we are all part of this narrative. We are all part of history. And it's vitally important, from my perspective, that I as an individual stand up and say, yes, I am transgender. And you know what? I am proud of that fact. I am proud to live my life as my authentic self and acknowledge that the previous 30 odd years were difficult, but this is who I am. So from that perspective, it's a good thing that Caitlyn Jenner is on the front cover of Vanity Fair, because now we know this is a trans person who is open about their identity and has done so in the public eye. But do you know what? Not everybody can do that. But anyway, that's my opinions. Don't forget, do check out our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/UK Transmission. Do check out our YouTube page, which is youtube.com/channel transmission. And of course, do check out the website when it is launched. More news on that coming soon. I've been Lisa from Transmission. Take care. Speak to you soon.